She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
Flip Life family, how the heck are you? What's going on, you lovely people? Today I want to talk about something I found at an estate sale. It's a vintage 1979 Star Wars Millennium Falcon. So here's the deal. I'm in this estate sale. It's the last day. If you're not familiar with the last days of estate sales, things are usually half off. I'm in this room digging through maybe clothes or VHS tapes or something like that, and I hear somebody say, Star Wars this. And he's got a glass case for his figures and blah, 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 Star Wars that. I'm like, okay, something in this room is going to be something I like. Maybe some toys, maybe something rare, collectible, I don't know. So as I turn around, and I'll show you the picture here in a second, I see on a shelf in a closet a Millennium Falcon and a snowsuit. And if you know something about me, I kind of like toys, especially older toys. They're one of my favorite things to sell. And I think this is, I just noticed this in the background. It's convenient. I'm standing here beside my Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill autograph from Star Wars. That just worked out that way. Anyway, so I knew that if this thing is going to be at an estate sale, it's going to be probably really expensive because people tend to really overvalue, oh, it's old, it's Star Wars, we're going to make that $500. Or it'll be stripped clean and not really worth what they're asking.
What a piece of junk.
So I walk up to it and I'll show you the price here in a second, and it says $20. I said, wow, only 10 bucks for this. I start examining this thing and I say, okay, I can sell this piece and this piece because at this far along in its life, it's too expensive to restore. So the thing I want to talk about today is if you find something and maybe it's not in complete, perfect shape, take a look at what else on it you can take off and make some money off of. And here we are. This is the Millennium Falcon I picked up today. As you can see, it is not complete. We're missing the cockpit and glass, no radar, no decals. Now, if you don't know anything about Star Wars, that's fine. But what I want you to do out of this is think, okay, if I find something I know is valuable and it's not complete or not the best condition, what can I take off of it that people still need? In this case, in Star Wars and in toys, Star Wars is kind of like the golden child of toys because these things were played with so hard, we didn't know that they're going to be valuable later. So the dish got knocked off, the gun was chewed off by the dog. This was hard to keep on anyway in this cockpit. So Star Wars toys are kind of coveted, and what I want you to think of is like, you know, if you find 80s toys, that's the stuff people are looking for. They want to complete their incomplete versions. So think like this. Okay, so I picked this up. I know the complete version is worth about 300 bucks. But I said for, oh, I forgot to show you the sticker, but for $20, well, I got it for 10 bucks right there, half off. What can I do for $10? So I looked up some pieces as I was there at the estate sale, and I don't know the value of each piece like I should. I don't find a lot of these. I know their value, but I don't know what the going rate is. So I looked up these pieces. I'll show you my phone in a second. And I said, okay, I could sell this for 15. Let's see, this piece for 15, and already right there I've more than doubled my money. But then there's also other pieces. This gun, and there's a chair inside. There's a top glass to it that sometimes I've seen missing from these. There's a whole assembly that the gun spins around on, as you can see. People buy those things. There's also the inner lining of this. The one I had as a kid, I ripped out so I could shove more G.I. Joes down in there, and it was like my carrying case. So there's so many potential pieces here to be sold. These legs that it stands on are something to think about. I've got 1, 2, even the gear that you kind of held on to fly it around. What else is in here? When you take this thing apart, there are these little panels that'll come off, and I would just simply unscrew the screw holes here. I found, which I'll show you in a second, even the original screws from this thing will sell for something. So you can scavenge all kinds of things off of this, and I will definitely get way more than I paid. I can sell the inner cockpit. People have these they're restoring. They've got all kinds of missing pieces. So what it originally came with was your top lid, like I just showed you. There's a cover here that was like the trap door that they hid in the original Star Wars movie. You could put your characters under there to hide them. A dejarik table, the game that they played the holographic chess with. On this little post, there was the training lightsaber. It's a little gray piece with a string and a blue ball that Luke Skywalker would hit with his lightsaber, if you remember the movie. So that's missing. There is the hatch missing here and 2 blue I believe they're blue or gray. Hydraulics that held it down. All these pieces make this thing complete. As I mentioned, the top glass, or excuse me, the top cockpit and glass underneath it, and the radar dish, and even the battery door. That's something I can even sell as well. And there's no corrosion in here. I told a friend of mine this, I hate to take this thing apart and strip it and then throw away your shell. But you know what? Maybe I could sell the top piece as well. I guarantee I could probably sell 99% of this. So I'm going to show you how to take it apart. I'm going to show you what I can find on eBay and what they go for. And we'll have ourselves a little junk party here. These are the parts we're left with. We've got the background walls, cardboard insert, the main gunnery chair, all pieces, the center landing gear, both landing gears on the sides. This piece goes with the center landing gear. Probably put that together in a lot. I'm not sure if I broke this or not. I kind of feel like I did because of this piece here. I've never taken one of these apart. It doesn't look really broken, but those of you who have more experience with this, I may have, but I think it was just glued. The inserts around the side, I could sell that as like a 4-pack. I could honestly sell the screws that hold the whole fuselage together. And the top deck. So how about that? A $10 purchase becomes $155. Now I am speaking gross, I'm not talking net. I do have fees to pay for and shipping. I'll probably do some best offers. Shipping will be very inexpensive because these are tiny, light plastic items and it'll cost me no more than like $4. The takeaway here today is look around at what parts you might have sitting around, maybe something you're gonna throw away. Can you take the canister off of an old vacuum cleaner, maybe the hose? Take a look and see what type of items you have and see what kind of parts you're selling. I bet you'll be surprised, and sometimes you can turn some junk into cash, and that's all we're trying to do here. Thanks again for watching. I do appreciate your time. Remember to like, subscribe, and share if you could. I would appreciate that. You guys can go find this stuff too. I wish you the best of luck in your hunts, and have a great flipping day.